It has been 996 days since the last operation in Counter-Strike. So, where's the content, Valve? And I'm not talking renting skins or chicken buffs or changes to the map pool. I'm talking about actual content. Where is it? I think it's completely fair to say that CS2 is sort of lacking some content right now. Outside of that one other massive issue we have to deal with, the absence of new stuff to do has been the main talking point for a lot of fans. Yes, the game isn't perfect by any means. Movement, sub-tick, optimization, and of course anti-cheat all have quite a ways to go. But at this point, I think most people have accepted that these things are going to take some time. And these aspects do take precedence when it comes to making CS2 the most enjoyable experience possible. That being said, content is what drives a game forward. It creates a reason for people to come back, and would probably do wonders to tide a frustrated community over until those other aspects are improved. And I'm curious exactly what the holdup is. Sure, Valve isn't known for their frequent content drops, but it has been pretty dry, all things considered. In fact, to better paint a picture, CS2 released 253 days ago, and all we've really gotten was the Call to Arms update. And to be fair, it was a nice content drop. We got a new case, knife, Zeus skin, custom sticker placements, and some other pretty cool features. Yes, they did add Arms Race 2, but I almost don't want to count it since it's a legacy game mode that should have been in the game since launch. So the update was mostly just cosmetics, and that's been pretty much it. Plus, skins are only going to satisfy fans for so long anyway, especially since not everyone cares about them. And at this point, the update was almost 4 months ago. Now, we did recently get the fire sale update that added the feature to rent skins, which I think is pretty cool, albeit another vehicle to incentivize people to spend money on a free game, but to me, it's still not content anyway. To even call renting skins or moving around stickers as new features is a bit of a stretch to me. You technically need to buy in to even use these aspects of the game, so at best, I would call them quality of life updates for people who like skins. Point is, it's been a while, and the community has been crying for something new, something to distract us from everything else. And you know what we get? Dust 2 back in the map pool and some changes to the worst map in the game. Wow, sick. Forget Cobble or Cache or God forbid something actually new, we haven't even gotten Train back, which we've seen footage of, so we know it exists, but still, nothing. Before cheating became such a prominent issue, I really championed this game. I know, that Valve will make CS2 into something incredible one day. But it does sometimes feel like I'm still playing in that limited test. The question is, are these complaints about a lack of content fair? Well, CSGO released on August 21st, 2012, and the first piece of content came just over a month later on October 1st, with Vertigo and Monastery for Arms Race and the official matchmaking. The next piece of what I would consider to be content came out on January 23rd, 2013 in the form of Deathmatch, followed by the Steam Workshop, more maps, and eventually the first ever operation on April 25th. That means that Operation Payback, the first ever operation, came out 247 days after the launch of Counter-Strike Go. For CS2, that date milestone was on May 31st. We are now past that point with nothing to show for it. Now, I wasn't holding my breath or anything. People always love to point out these milestone dates for Valve, but I honestly don't think they give a shit about their timing when it comes to anything they do. But I hope to God something does come soon. What followed Operation Payback's release was a steady flow of content every few months for CSGO, sometimes even sooner. A lot of stuff was coming out for the game. It was getting bigger and bigger and getting this nice flow going. And I only hope that that is the case for CS2 once we finally get our first big drop. Whenever that is. But I unfortunately fear that date might be further away than we'd all hope. With the cheating problem being as bad as it is right now, there's a chance that a lot of Valve's manpower is currently tied up. Don't get me wrong, it does feel like things have gotten slightly better, but it's still nowhere near 100% fixed. And it's possible that we don't see any content until we're at a place where the issue is at least manageable. Also, doesn't help that they currently have a new game being worked on as we speak. Yes, Deadlock, Valve's new 6v6 MOBA style shooter, likely has a different team working on it, but it can still affect the resources for CS2. Unless they leaked it just to distract us from all the other issues. Anyway, are the complaints about a lack of content in Counter-Strike 2 actually valid? Well, given those other issues that we're dealing with, I'd say sure. Now, is it any different from what we've experienced in the past with Valve? Well, given that we have passed the 247-day mark, yes, technically. And listen, I'm not just trying to bitch and moan into the void here. I do love this game. I'm just honestly getting a little bit bored right now. I just want something new to do in this game that I really want to love, and at the very least, maybe some old things like maps or game modes that we used to have. Just give us something. If you're watching this video and then you're like, well, the operation just came out, don't you look stupid? No, this was all on purpose. It's called willing things into existence. I'm manifesting right now, so you're welcome if something did come out. I don't want to see any fucking comments saying, oh, this aged like milk. No, I want to see thank yous.